What's up now? It's your boy, Mr. 6.5. I'm finally back to testing. Yes, it's been a couple months since I've been able to test. If you follow me, then you know all the term lab issues I've had. So anyhow, I actually got this sub a few months ago to test and have not been able to until today. This is the EM Audio 8-inch sub. It's been sitting in my house for a couple months, so it's actually collected a little bit of dust on it. So we'll see if we can knock that dust off of it today. Anyhow, it's a dual stitch surround. It's a big, fat, thick foam surround on it. Nice red spider pack. It's actually using, I don't know if I can capture this, dual tensile leads. Big beefy motor there. And an American-made flat wound coil. I believe they're rating this one at, I would say, a conservative 800 RMS. You know, triple stack motor. Nice venting on the bottom of it. If you have any questions about this, contact EM Audio. They can answer any of your questions. They actually build these in-house, and they're to order, so you can change up some of your options on them a little bit. You know, exactly how you want the sub built to your needs. I'll be testing it in the sniper box. So I hope we don't have no term lab issues today, but I'm really excited to test. So let's go ahead and get it loaded up and we'll see what it does. Alright, so all the test equipment set up. I will be using an SPL Cartel base knob to be rolling in power. I always do a 100 watt run to begin with, just to double check my test equipment. It doesn't have to be 100 watts exact. You know, it could be over 10 or 20 watts. I don't care. Just mainly just to check everything, make sure everything's working. And the reason I run Outlaw Kick is because I run NSPL single sub class, and that is the meter format, so that's the way I've always competed in tests. So here we go, 100 watts. Alright, so 140.23 at 102 watts, and I don't know if anybody uses the term lab, then you know that since the last update, the power reads instantaneously, and the SPL is slower to read. So you gotta pause on that particular power level to get the true accurate reading of the SPL. So anyhow, we'll go from here. I think we'll do a 500 watt run just to see what 500 watts does. And then we'll do the rated RMS, which will be an 800 watt run. Alright, so we'll reset it, and here we go. Alright, a 147.94 at 500 watts. So now we'll do an 800 watt run and see how it does. Alright, reset it for 800 watts. Alright, I overshot by 10 watts. It was a 149.96, and also the track reset. So that doesn't help with the power spikes any. But almost a 150 at rated power. You know, that's pretty good. So let's do a 1K run, and we'll see. Alright, now for a 1K. Alright, overshot that one by 11 watts, 150.70 at 1,011 watts. It's pretty good. Let's Let's do a 2X run. So let's do a 1600 watt and see how it does. All right, so now we're going to shoot for 1600 watts, somewhere in that area. So let's see. Overshot that one by 29 watts, but a 152.05 at 1600 watts. Very, very respectful number. Will it do a 4X run, which would be 3200 watts? Let's see. All right, let's try a 3200 watt run. And it shut down, so something come loose or went in protect. I'll have to look at it. But a 153.29 at 2,885 watts. So let me check the sub real quick and we'll see exactly what happened. Alright, so our amp did go in protect. I'm running two SCV 4Ks strapped. However, I got it back out of protect, and I'm going to roll into it just a little bit just to see if it damaged anything like the coil or anything like that. So we should know pretty quick. You know, let's do the 800 watt run again, and we'll see if anything suffered from it. So. I don't think anything suffered from it, so hell, let's try it again and see what happens. If it does it again, then, you know, it could be something like the coil's leaving the gap or something. I don't know. We'll have to pull it out and check it, but I don't think anything's physically wrong with the sub right now. It might just not be able to withstand that much power. So we're going to try it again. We're going to roll in and see where it stops. Alright, so around that mark, I don't know if the video caught it, but I could hear the sub started sounding different. You know, it was changing the way it was. It sounded like to me it was leaving the gap, which might be. But keep in mind, this sub is rated at 800 watts. It's probably rated at 1600 max, which would be a true statement. I mean, you know, I'm pushing it well past its rated RMS, and you know, I think it's starting to leave the gap, but you know, it's not hurting the sub yet. You know, if I keep doing it, then you know, you stand the risk of damaging the coil. So let's pull the sub out. We're going to double check everything, but you know, if it's rated at 800, 1600 max, then you know, that's a very, very good rating for it, and it did very, very good numbers for that. So let's pull this up. All right, so we got the sub out, and right out the gate, you can see the sub looks untouched. I mean, it looks like I never even ran it. It's still good and stiff. You know, triple joint looks great, you know, so glue joints are fantastic in it. The coil, you know, no matter as far down as I can push it or as far up as I can push it, the coil looks great. So all in all, you know, I think it done a fantastic job. I think, my honest opinion, I think the coil is starting to leave the top plate and it's just running out of force. That's not a bad thing, though. I mean, because obviously it did not hurt itself whatsoever, and it kind of governed it to prevent it from hurting itself, to be honest with you. So, all in all, Say it did a good job. All right. Y'all have a good one.